Hello there.
Hello.
I'm Sarah. This is my dad.
I'm Sarah's dad.
Do you have a name?
I'm Mike.
We're Team Trout.
We're part of Team Trout. And we are part of Team PMC.
That's not a team.
It's a team of 5,500 riders.
Do you mind telling these fantastic people what PMC is?
PMC stands for Pan Mass Challenge. Pan Mass Challenge is riding 200 miles across Massachusetts to raise money for cancer research at Dana-Farber and the Jimmy Fund. PMC has raised over $300 million over its 34 years and will hopefully raise over $35 million this year.
I thought they were on for 36.
36 might be over 35. Team McKay has raised over $10,000 so far and counting, and happy to contribute to the effort.
Why do we ride PMC, Dad?
We ride PMC because cancer research is a good cause. We got into PMC after my parents both were affected by cancer. They are both thankfully survivors, but only thanks to the treatment that they have gotten based on the research that's been done at places like Dana-Farber to develop new ways to treat and manage cancer and let people survive it. So that's our way of giving back.
For kicking cancer's butt.
That's what we're into.
How was the ride this year?
It was a good ride.
It was intense.
It was intense. It's always intense. The crowds were great. It was hot.
And humid.
That was when it wasn't raining.
It rained on us. It torrentially downpoured on us.
Yeah, the most rain I've seen in 8 years of doing this. But it was all good. Everybody was fine. We all finished.
I didn't fall this year.
No mechanical breakdowns. Rolling along.
Yeah.
Rolling along.
So we started from Wellesley. We're at about 6 miles to the start.
Yep.
Because we're too cool for cars. We did the standard, 82 miles Wellesley to Bourne. But then we're like, why would we sleep in dorms?
When we can sleep in our beds in Yarmouth. That just required riding 32 more miles though. So 121 miles altogether day one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're boss.
It's all worth it to get to come home to a cat. And to a snuggly bed. And to real showers.
Those are all pluses. Plus 30 miles we didn't have to ride on Sunday.
It's true. We got to walk over the Bourne Bridge though, that was fun. And we didn't have to ride over the bridge. Walking is easier, and that's a friggin' high hill.
It is.
It's hard to do first thing in the morning, I have heard.
So day two is riding from Yarmouth to Provincetown, 53 miles, and then turning around and riding 28 miles back down to Brewster for our pickup point. So we rode our 80 miles day two.
We got to sleep in. Only had to get up at 5:30.
Big plus. Lots of pluses. 200 miles of riding, all to raise the money and support the research. It was great.
So how do those compare to past PMCs?
The biggest new thing that was fun this year was riding with my college roommate Joel. He was a first-time rider, honoring his brother who died of cancer this year. It was great to experience it all again as a first-time rider through his eyes and see his reaction to the crowds and the enthusiasm and the cheering and all the things that you start to take for granted perhaps a little bit every year, but seeing his reaction really was motivational for me.
We got into rest stops and we finished at the end of the day. It was just like, you guys are amazing for having done this. We were like, no, you're amazing for having done this.
Exactly.
What was your favorite thing about this year? Was it Joel?
Yeah.
My favorite thing is always the people. Being with so many people all excited to be there. PMC people are the best people. Not just like the people that we're riding with, who we get to have amusing conversations with, but also people who are cheering us on, giving us water and candy and lollipops. Just generally being excited to be there, and high fives. High fives are the best.
And my other favorite thing was again showing 200 miles on the tandem with Sarah and Ian. It's just a lot of fun to have a riding partner.
Was there a worst thing for you?
Well, the only worst thing was...
The 28 miles.
that might have been the worst thing for you. The worst thing for me was losing two of our regular riding partners.
Oh, yeah.
One to a medical problem and one to a family problem. So we were down 2 riders day 2. Not quite the same without them, but we were doing it for them day 2 as well.
I missed them too, but I really think the 28 extra miles were the most brutal part about it.
We won't do that again.
You hit the finish line, you're really excited to be done, and you eat a bunch of food, eating some cookies. They have the best cookies. Just hanging out, and then it's like, oh, I have to go get back on the bike.
The other best thing this year, the ice cream was not a lie.
Oh, I know! They actually had ice cream at all of the major, end points. They had it at registration, they had it at the end of day 1, and they had it at the end of day 2. It was super exciting.
Ice cream was not a lie.
Ice cream was not a lie. Any last thoughts?
We'll see you at PMC 2013.
Hell yeah. Thanks to everyone who cheered for us, or volunteered, or just generally was awesome. It's the cheering people and the people who come and help make an ungodly number of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches who make this ride as awesome as it is.
And thanks to our sponsors for making it possible for us to be able to do something for Dana-Farber and cancer research.
You guys are awesome. See you next year.
See you next year.
Bye!
Rock.
Bye.